Sharks played in a really wild game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Final score was Penguins 8, Sharks 5, in a game that was a really poor performance in the first period for the Sharks. So the Penguins scored 6 goals in the first period, which I think it was like a record for them or something. It was really crazy to see that. The Sharks actually kind of made this game interesting, scoring a lot of unanswered goals towards the end of the game. But yeah, in the first period, Evan Rodriguez got the first goal for Pittsburgh, making it 1-0, followed about 2 minutes later by Jake Gensel. Then Evan Rodriguez got his second goal exactly a minute later. Bryan Rust got a goal. So at this point, it's 4-0 Penguins in 6 minutes through the game, which is just crazy. The Sharks did get on the board by an Alexander Barabanov, his 5th goal of the year. He got a pretty nice goal, assisted by Vlasic and Meyer to make it 4-1. But then, not too much later, about a minute later, about 16 minutes into the game, Kasper Bjorkqvist scored a goal, and that was 5-1 at that point for the Penguins. Then 6-1 by a Bryan Rust goal. So it's 6-1 hanging in intermission. But the Sharks controlled a good amount of this game. The second period, Brent Burns scored on the power play for San Jose, assisted by Bonino and Gregor, so it was 6-2. Third period, Sharks got the first 3 goals of this period, so it was 6-5 midway through the period, but finally, the Penguins did finish it off. But in the third period, 20 seconds in, Matt Nieto scored, making it 6-3. Assisted by Cogliano and Middleton. Middleton then scored his 3rd of the year, assisted by Meyer and Carlson. So that was about 3 minutes in. Then Sharks made it a 1-goal game as Logan Couture scored his 12th of the year, assisted by Meyer. Meyer had a pretty good game for the Sharks. He had a couple assists in this game. He had 3 assists and 3 points, and Middleton actually had a goal and assist. But yeah, Zachary Sawchenko was in goal for a bit, and Reimer, they both did pretty bad. Reimer was the starting goaltender, and he was 11 of 7. He had 11 saves on 17 attempts. It was just bad. I mean, 6 goals after a 6.47 save percentage. It's just, I mean, the Penguins are a respectable team, but they're not. I didn't think they were worthy of this. Then Sawchenko was okay. He did 20 of 21. I guess I can't really fairly assess him because he didn't play as much as Reimer did. But, I mean, you can't allow 6 goals as Reimer. I consider him a good goalie. You just can't do that. This is the start of the road trip for the Sharks. They were heading off, they were off a 2-game win streak, so it would have been nice to see them win this, and they had chances to with the comeback. I mean, the comeback was more impressive than I think any other part of this game. But they're going to play the Red Wings on Tuesday. That should be pretty interesting part of the road trip. The Penguins had a pretty good game from, Casey DeSmith in goal. He wasn't great, but he, did win the game for them. He was 22 of 27. And, Bryan Rust had a hat trick in this game. So did Evan Rodriguez. You hardly ever see 2 guys get a hat trick in a game. That's pretty rare. It's kind of cool to see that, even though it's against my team. Rust also had 2 assists, so we had a 5-point game, and Rodriguez had 3 goals as well. And Sidney Crosby had 2 assists. So yeah, Penguins did pretty good overall, and they're a lot better than us in terms of record, but actually win-wise, they only have 1 more win than us, but they have a lot of overtime losses, which helps them out with the points. Our division is very close, so hopefully the Sharks can get back in the win column and win some more games to get back up in the top 4 or so. Final score is going to be 8-5 in favor of the Penguins over the Sharks. Crazy games we've been playing lately. Almost reminded me of the Coyotes game where it was 8-7 in a shootout. But yeah, would have been nice if we won it. That's going to do it though. 8-5. Sharks moved to 17-15-1. Penguins moved to 18-8-5. So let me know your thoughts. Next one will be against the Red Wings. I'll see you guys later. And go Sharks.